Aerodrome Finance price update. The game just changed. My name is mikemadz. Let's start this video. Before I start the video, as always, Aerodrome community, make some noise. Every like matters, every comment matters. As always, every single type of engagement matters. The more people engage, the better for the video. The more people are gonna hear and see about Aerodrome, the better it's gonna be for us, okay? So pretty simple, help me out, appreciate you. Let's start. All right, let's stop wasting time. Let's jump straight into it. No, this is not clickbait, guys. Actually, one huge thing here happened for Aerodrome that we're going to cover today. This is going to be the huge AERO news here. Risks currently with this price action that we are currently seeing here. And also the price action currently, this final relief bounce here that we had, 20-30%, which is attractive. And also my price prediction, if everything runs accordingly here for 2025. Okay, so starting off with the huge news. This is a big topic here for Aerodrome, and this is this right here. We have finally Bitcoin basically on base, and of course also multiple pools here. BTC pools here are live on Aerodrome. Why is this important? First of all, you can use your Bitcoin here as a fungible ERC20 token on base, and this way you can earn yield on your Bitcoin. Super attractive. Of course, me personally, guys, I wouldn't do anything with my Bitcoin here. This kind of defends the purpose here of Bitcoin being this hard asset, self-custodial. Doesn't really make sense for me to make use of my Bitcoin here, especially on Ethereum or Base or any ERC20 type of transaction. But either way, it's not about me. It's about the grand picture of things. This will drive lots of volume here on Aerodrome, and this is extremely bullish here. And as you can see here already, guys, already just within couple days, basically, the largest on-chain Bitcoin market is already where? Of course, is already on Aerodrome. Again, this underlines the fact that Aerodrome is the blue chip crypto of Base. Aerodrome is the representation token of the Base blockchain, and nothing beats that at this current stage. And this is why I keep telling you here, guys, Aerodrome is a blue chip crypto. It's not a meme coin. It's not a fad. It's not gonna disappear here with a couple months. So if you have money on Aerodrome, and especially if you're on loss, of course, it's a pain here in the short term, and Aerodrome is down substantially. But in the long term, I wouldn't worry too much. Not financial advice, of course, and we still can drop lower, no question about that. But what I'm trying to say here is Aerodrome is moving in the right direction. And again, this will drive huge amount of volume here, additional volume onto Base, and especially onto Aerodrome. So as you can see here, this reflected here already here in the TVL. As you can see, 1 monthly change here at 17%. This is super attractive, especially due to the fact that most markets here are down. As you know, most altcoins are absolutely wrecked. Bitcoin is heading lower slowly but surely, and uncertainty is very high. So this is definitely a good thing to see here. And of course, this is also thanks to Bitcoin finally being on Aerodrome. And as you can see here, the TVL again scratching towards the $700 million. So the TVL is higher than Aerodrome's market cap. And this is also usually a very good sign. So things are moving in the right direction. Very bullish for Aerodrome. This will drive lots of volume here. And this narrative here, Bitcoin on different type of blockchains, is slowly but surely growing. Also on Solana, also on other networks. So we'll see which network here catches the most volume. My personal opinion, Coinbase, Base, Aerodrome has a huge potential here to catch a lot of volume here from Bitcoin, as it's seen as a safe type of asset. Now, is it decentralized or not? This is a different kind of conversation. This is not what it is about today, but overall, 2 thumbs up here. Great development here, especially during this bearish time here that we're in. So taking a look at the price action of Aerodrome, as you can see here in my last video, I was discussing the worst case, base case scenarios. And as you can see here, we bounced off actually my best case scenario. We bounced off this support level right here. And we had a decent pump here for Aerodrome at around of 30%. This is also thanks to this Bitcoin volume announcement. And as you can see here, now the $1 level, of course, is further higher. So the bull market support band is moving down, as I said. Now levels you need to watch is around the level of 70 cents to 85 cents. This way we will be around above the bull market support band. And again, this is crucial here, especially if you want to be in a bullish trend. Currently, we are still underneath it, and every retest here of this bull market support band has a high possibility of being rejected and moving into lower lows. Now, at some point, as I always say, this structure needs to break. Okay, so this structure of lower highs and lower lows slowly but surely needs to break, and then we can finally move to the upside. When this happens, nobody knows. September, again, usually a very bad month. October, the next coming months, usually a very good month here for risk assets. but we'll have to cover the risks here. If this cycle is repeating 2019, then there is a possibility of more pain to come. So we'll have to take it week by week. Currently, finally a bounce here. Okay, so if you want to de-risk, if you are in profit, this is the time. If you want to hold on to your bag and you expect high prices, of course, then just hold your position here. Taking a look at the risks here and covering the risk currently. Again, we are currently in the 6-month chop. Most people got bored. Most people got shaken out. Most people lost hope. Fear is at the high. Okay, rate cuts here are happening this week, and uncertainty is just usually very, very high at this current stage. We have elections coming with very controversial candidates. If this one wins, Bitcoin might explode. If this one wins, Bitcoin might dump. Very, very high amounts of uncertainty, and this is why we need to cover the risk, guys. And especially this one right here, if this cycle is repeating similarly to 2019, why I'm again comparing the cycles. Again, we had rate cuts here in 2019. We had similar market structure here. As you can see, just a prolonged version of it. And usually after the first rate cut, especially if the rate cut is not sufficient enough, things start to cool down. So this is still a huge, huge risk here in the crypto space. Now, does it have to repeat this way? No, it doesn't have to repeat this way. We can just mimic last year where things started to pick up here in Q4. So this is just something you need to have on your radar, especially if you don't have a cash position. This period, if this period repeats here where things even drop further into this regression band, this is Ethereum here, for example. But you can imagine here, if Ethereum drops into this lower regression band here towards the 1,500, even below 1,000 level, then altcoins can have the potential to get absolutely wrecked. This way, I'm just trying to tell you here, make sure you're prepared for each scenario. If you want to be prepared for this scenario, make sure to have a cash position. Why? Because if this happens, this will be the last opportunity for you to buy crazy cheap, undervalued assets here before we move into higher prices here in 2025. If this doesn't happen here, then you have a cash position, and then of course you can still dabble into altcoins here as we move higher. So this is a win-win situation. Me personally, currently right now, this is basically a coin flip, guys. You need to make the decision on your own. Both scenarios can play out. Either we're going to have a bullish Q4 or we're going to slowly start to bleed into Q4. At this stage here, it is simply just a coin flip, and you have to make your decision on your own. I'm watching the markets here. I'm watching certain things. I'm watching the rate cuts possibilities here, and I'm comparing it to all the other cycles, of course, also. And I'm slowly but surely need to make a decision here myself as the time is running out. We have rate cuts here this week. We have multiple conferences this week. Lots of things happening this week. So we'll have to prepare, and of course I will keep you updated here. Taking a look at the last thing here, again, grand scheme of things, especially with this kind of development here, nothing has changed, guys. Okay, nothing has changed in the grand scheme of things. I still see Aerodrome here at higher valuations. Just a reminder here, guys. Okay, quick reminder: we are currently holding those levels despite the fact that the Aerodrome is super inflationary. This is a great sign here. Adoption is growing, volume is at decent levels, TVL is super attractive. So just going back to the old all-time high is not super unrealistic for Aerodrome. And as you can see here from those levels here, this is almost a 250% gain just getting back to the all-time highs here. So already here, going back to those levels, very, very, very attractive trade. And already this trade here alone should satisfy you. Now talking about the 2025 levels here or price predictions, nothing has changed here. This is still a possibility, okay? Not guaranteed, nobody knows. This is just guessing, comparing to other cycles, comparing to other altcoins in different cycles. This is why my base case here is somewhere around those levels, okay? $10, definitely at this stage here, very, very unrealistic to think of, but I've been there, I've done it. Last cycle, most people couldn't expect Solana to hit even $100, where it was hovering around $8-20 here. So things at this current stage look unrealistic, but it is definitely a possibility, and you should prepare for it, especially for 2025, guys, because my personal hunch here is at the latest, guys, at the latest 2025 here, once we have sufficient rate cuts under our belt, once this political debate is over, then things are absolutely looking bullish here. We have liquidity coming in, enough rate cuts, money is getting cheaper. We have this political nightmare finally over with, and the decision is finally going to be here. So uncertainty is going to be much lower. So latest stage for alt season is going to be 2025 in my personal opinion. So make sure to have a plan around that. Again, the possibility of lower prices is still there, guys, so make sure you're protected at all costs. Always protect your capital, okay? Let me know your thoughts here. Comment below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? How are you positioned currently for this cycle? Do you expect Q4 to be absolutely bullish, or do you expect one final shakeout, okay? Let me know down below. The most important thing is do your own research. Super important. Be bullish on yourself. That yields the most returns. And the most important thing is, as always, don't get wrecked.
Giving up from blue tops like Mars Simpson, just hard discipline, pot simmering, cooking up, no rocks in the pan, watching the plan form in the sand, bidding castles out of thoughts in our head, late nights, no sleep in my bed, trying to see my dreams manifest. Look at that, now look at that, we nice. Put the past on ice.